Back in 2022, 15 teens died from gun violence in Macon-Bibb County. That's more than double what it was in 2021. One of the teens shot and killed last year, 16-year-old Kymelo Early. Tonight, we continue our series, Caught in the Crosshairs, as we look at the roots and remedies of teen violence.
In these cases, many people ask, where were the parents? Ashlyn Webb gets us some answers to that question. She talked to Early's parents and the parents of the suspect in his case. In tonight's 13 Investigates.
The night of May 9th, 2022 started like many nights at Friends Food Mart. 16-year-old Kymelo Early and 21-year-old Jacoby Archie were at the neighborhood hangout on Houston Avenue that Monday, a place where you would often see them laughing and joking. They were all childhood friends.
Him and Jacoby, they grew up together in the same neighborhood and stuff.
They grew up on Bedingfield. All the kids came to my house. They had a good, loving relationship. Jacoby used to take Kymelo to school and pick him up from school. He was in their life.
But on May 9th, fun with friends turned to tragedy. What investigators called unintentional. Jacoby was playing with a gun in the driver's seat of his car when it fired, fatally shooting Kymelo in the face.
I was at the house watching television and I got a phone call saying my son had been shot. And I was hysterical when I heard that, like I really couldn't get myself together.
At that moment, what was going through your mind?
Everything. I can't question God on why this happened, but I wish it could have been prevented.
Today, Reginald Davis has pictures on the wall reminding him of his son.
He was a jokester. I always want to joke. I thump your ear or just all the time just laughing about something, just want to crack jokes.
Davis says he kept Kymelo on a schedule and a curfew. But about 8 months before the shooting, his son moved out of their home in Lizella to his mother's home on Houston Avenue.
He just, like I said, wanted to get back to that side of town because he had more freedom.
Davis says he talked to his son about hanging with the right crowd and staying away from guns.
I have never seen him with the gun, I've heard about it, but then I asked him, he was like, no, daddy, what child gonna tell you that they was around a gun?
Jacoby's mom, Valerie Moore, says she had the same talks even after he left the house. Moore says if her son didn't have a gun that night, Kymelo would be alive and her son would be free. She says she found out about 3 weeks before the shooting that her son was carrying a gun.
And he told me, Mom, there's so much going on. He said, so much going on. And this is why I have a gun. And it hurted me because I didn't want him to have a gun. Because with God, with prayer, if you have God on your side, you have faith in God, you don't need a gun. You don't need a gun.
It wasn't just Jacoby here with a gun that night. Several young men and boys were allegedly armed outside of this store. Several people told us there was a shootout after Jacoby fatally shot Kymelo. In cases like this one involving kids and gun violence, people often ask, where are the parents?
Where are the parents? When your child leave home, you can't be every place your child go. But if you trust in your child and you know your child has a good heart and you brought him up and taught him right from wrong and he know that what he shouldn't be doing and what he should not be doing.
I'm the parent. I was here. I did everything that I could do. It's just like going in one ear out the other. You can sit here and talk to them till you turn blue in the face. And at the end of the day, once you gone, you get through talking, they go do what they want to do.
But Davis says if he had one more chance to speak with Kymelo, he would do one thing different.
Where I fell at, I let the pressure off of him, where I could have just kept pressure on him.
Reporting in Macon, Ashlyn Webb, 13 WMAZ News.
9 months after the shooting, Jacoby Archie still sits in the Bibb County Jail. He's charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct. He pleaded not guilty on all charges in September.
You can watch more stories in our Crosshair series. Visit 13WMAZ.com and the 13WMAZ app and look for the Caught in the Crosshairs section.